Welcome back to Outriders. So it is patch day. They have finally released the update to fix damage mitigation, and it's just unacceptable, as a lot of the community on Twitter and stuff have pointed out that the patch notes literally have like 5 fixes or something like that in the entirety of these notes. And that is the work they've put in over the course of 3 weeks. They did state that it would just be fixing the damage mitigation. They also said that they know the sign-in issues would still affect players after this patch. But then they put it in the patch notes that they have sorted some of the sign-in issues. So I think the damage mitigation might have been ready. It was just other things that held that back, even though there aren't too many of them. In my opinion, this hasn't really made any difference to the game at all. I'm seeing reports of people saying that it's not fixed anything, they're still being one-shotted. I'm seeing, like, I was sent an image on Twitter and someone's actually had their armor and everything wiped off their character from the update. At the moment, it's still far too early to put any sort of, like, finalised opinion out there on this update. But so far, it seems to be leaning towards more and more bugs implemented than what was fixed, which is the case for a lot of the time in these sorts of games. Every update they've released, they have made stuff worse. But what we're going to have to do is, if you guys experience any issues on this game since this patch regarding damage mitigation and stuff, let me know in the comments. Because they also said on their, in their patch notes, to let them know if you notice any issues and stuff with mods after this. And this update wasn't supposed to touch mods at all. So remember to let me know in the comments if there are any issues you've experienced, and I'll come back, revisit. I'll have a look, see if I can reproduce them on my own platform and everything. However, I did play an expedition, the footage you're seeing in the background, and it seemed okay for me personally, but that was literally one expedition, pretty much just to get footage. And I felt there was nothing really different, so there was no point me going any further and doing several expeditions just to see if anything had changed. I will, however, at some point, because I'm very busy at the moment as well, I will be jumping into matchmaking and seeing if anything feels different in that perspective. So I am still currently running tests. It's not that I've done one expedition, that's my final thoughts and opinions. I've done one expedition just to simply test it, get the base test done, and to see if I experienced any issues from that. So what we're going to do now is jump over, we're going to read the patch notes, and then that's going to do it for the video. Right, so Outriders been updated, 25th of May. Patch news. Damage mitigation issue fix, which was supposed to be the primary thing they focus on and not much else. Sign-in issues, fixes, and tracking. They said that won't actually be fixed in this update, so they changed their mind on that. Crash fixes and minor bug fixes. So they fixed a bug that was causing armor values to not be calculated properly under certain circumstances, leading players to take unintended increased damage. They changed the damage behaviour of broodmother enemies to prevent them from one-hit killing players in under certain circumstances. Okay, it wasn't just the broodmothers, it was every enemy in the game, but whatever. Addressed an issue that could cause players to be unable to sign in under certain circumstances. That circumstance being if you're playing on Xbox. Added telemetry to better track and diagnose any outstanding sign-in issues. Telemetry doesn't matter 2 months in, that should have been there from the get-go. Fixes for crash, other minor bug fixes. That's all they've stated. Important note, there is a known outstanding issue where the damage blocked stat on an expedition results screen can occasionally appear inconsistently or abnormally low. This appears to be a purely cosmetic issue with the results summary screen, not an issue with damage mitigation overall or during gameplay. I'm also planning to kick off an updated, known and investigated issues thread later this week, so please do keep an eye out for that. In the meantime, please do use this thread to report any outstanding issues that you continue to encounter in the game after installing today's patch. I will make sure to include consistent issues affecting multiple players in my follow-up news update this week. In particular, I'd be keen to hear whether you continue to encounter any mods, skills or gear items consistently not working as intended. If you are able to provide details and reproduction steps for these not working properly, it would greatly help us investigate them. But they haven't done anything to mods. They've done minor bug fixes and crash fixes. So mods, skills or gear items consistently not working as intended they want to know about. So they've supposedly done stuff to try and fix at least a portion of them things happening. Someone literally commented and said all this time for like 6 fixes. I have a feeling even more mods and stuff are going to be broken, just purely because of this. I'm baffled. So literally, it took them, they first acknowledged and publicly addressed the damage mitigation issue on the 5th of May. It's taken them 20 days to actually fix this, and they were aware of it beforehand as well. And they stated in their news about this update when they delayed it last week, they said that they are aware that sign-in issues will still be a problem. But now they're telling people that this patch has supposedly fixed some of them. So that is going to do it for the video. Why has this patch taken over 3 weeks? Or around 3 weeks to actually sort out, and why did they not acknowledge it as soon as they found out about the damage mitigation issue? They actually left it a little while. We don't even know how long they left it. But what we're going to do is wrap the video up there. Remember to leave a comment and let me know if you've experienced any issues. And I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed it.